Well, this is the Bob Lemon Show. I'm Bob Lemon, and this is the Lemonade Stand podcast, Gangster Or Rehabilitated. My voice is kind of sore from a long conversation after being in the rain. I like the rain, but sometimes the rain don't like me. And I knew I had a little cold before I went out there. But the reason I had to go out there, it was time to be outside. Not like the people say I'm outside. Nah. I was there to make my voice known about a subject matter that was dear to me. Well, I heard some information about Philadelphia, city of brotherly love. We're on the 8th day celebration for the Muslims. The guy that was a play cousin of mine from Wagner Projects, his son, Salim, got shot 12 times. A 15-year-old was caught. A girl was caught with a gun. And the thing about it is, of course, black on black crime. Now, most of the people in Philadelphia ghetto are the Muslim faith. Violence, even amongst each other, is not discriminatory. Meaning the Muslims do it and fight with each other, Christians do it and fight with each other, and people in the ghetto from whatever religion they're in fight with each other. I guess because we all in the same bucket, if we fight, they're going to be with each other. All right, common sense dictates that. But now common sense also dictates the fact that there's people who can have influence about the subject matter real easy, starting from in the home. Starting if you know your son, your daughter, or whatever, family member is participating in violence, you can pull them up and ask them, and what is you getting out of this? Just give me a little breakdown of what are you getting out of the gang mentality of let me put one in them, gangster or rehabilitated. That happens in a lot of ways, first of all. We're going to define that later on as things go on. But for right now, you ask the member of your family, what are you getting out of this? Well, some people broke it down psychologically and sociologically that some youth in the ghetto don't have a nice family unit. So when they're in the street, they found a family unit that accept them as gangs. Even some people gravitate to religion for that same reason, which is erroneous. You should graduate to religion for the sake of believing in God, the creator of heaven and earth, by all his beautiful names. Allah, if you state that to be the case, if you're not Muslim, you will say God. So, this ain't a religious segment. Nah, this is about why the dead bodies keep piling up at times. Fortunately, no one died in that instant because there was too many bullets flying. People had drums. I'm hearing. Wow. When you take drums to a gathering and you start busting it, this is like you act like you shooting ducks in a barrel or something. No, this is a war zone. This is your community. And if you want one dude, I'm not telling you how to kill. Please don't take it that way. You want one dude, you can't wait till he walk away from the crowd and follow that nigga who did whatever he did that you think you should kill him. I'm not saying you should. I'm saying you should forgive him. But if you got to kill this nigga, you can't follow him to where he got to go till you get away from this whole massive crowd. I'm just saying this is what logical reasoning would dictate for a person who want to get their man. Not wait till he's in the gathering and start busting off like you don't care about nobody else in the surrounding. And the reason why I say it like that, because the man may rape your daughter. Not this scenario, somewhere else. A man may have raped your daughter, and you may have the right to seek justice. You may have the proof that your daughter's not lying, and you may say, I got to get this joker. Can't you get him in an area or a situation where nobody else is gunned down because of your attitude about vengeance? Allah's al-Muttaqun. That's an Arabic word that says he's the avenger. In the Bible, the Christians say, they said, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. So peace and forgiveness is what I would advocate. I'm just talking about in the sense when you can't. The reason why I say that, because the United States government sometimes don't, you know, forgive and forget anybody in different places, and they go to war too. So that means man is a human right, can find a reason that's justifiable that he should go to war. But when you go to war, in Islam, I know one thing. So do not hurt the trees, the young or the old, that are not fighting you, or the woman that's not fighting you. So in Islam, for what I do know of it, says that do not hurt the land itself. Meaning you're not going to just burn up the forest just because you're trying to get one little man that's hiding behind a bush. Get it? Yeah. So if you really want the dude that did what you think he did, and you justifiably know that you'll get caught and do 25 years and say, Your Honor, yeah, that'd be me. I did it, and if I do it, I have to do it, I'll do it again. Because it was a time to kill. I know y'all seen the movie, A Time to Kill. So you understand when a person feels there is a time to kill. Half the time around here when people shooting each other, it ain't no time to kill. It's an attitude problem that say somebody gonna die, and I'm gonna be the one that makes sure it happens. Too Young to Die. This is our campaign that we have in geniusim.com with Matthew Salam, co-founder, and the poet laureate. And we try to explain to the youngsters and old fools that some people are too young to die in general. Other people, I say some, because some people, maybe they turn to die at 85 or 87 or whatever God has put him on this earth for. But when I come and I see somebody shooting at a gathering, whether it's Christians, Muslims, did they come to get one person, or is they trying to make a political statement or a mental statement or clout? What they looking for? Yeah, I gunned down everybody in the joint. That's what they're going to say on the way to the death penalty or on the way to the penitentiary. And people care once they get there. I ain't met no brave dudes in there that says, yeah, I'm here and it's all right. Now, there's people that said I'm here based on what I did, and I accept that. That I've seen constantly. I was one of those. I'm here, I did that, and I accept it. May I reform myself while I'm here and put a better spin on this episode of my narrative for the rest of my life, for my generations to come, to make my family feel better about one of their kinfolks, me. So as I analyze this thing here called Gangster Or Rehabilitated, I'm coming to find out some people probably can't be rehabilitated. That ain't for me to determine. Nor do I know the future, because if I did, no harm would come to me. So, here you got it. Young brother, young in the hospital, fighting for his life, because he got shot 12 times about something that we, from what I'm hearing, was nonsense. And he didn't commit no harm to nobody that caused it to happen. So, in this Too Young to Die campaign, we saying all hands on deck. Christians, whoever, people of the Torah, whoever, people of black nationalism, whoever, come together to find out how you can deal with the people, even from your own clan or party, to influence them that say, we ain't gonna be in the ghetto just letting things go all kind of ways and just say, it's all right, or it's not none of my business, even though we already know it took a village to raise a child. I got in touch with a couple of my companions earlier today that was in the feds with me, doing large amount of time. And they home now, and they get it. I was so proud and feel good about it that they understand the mission, that people is too young to die, our youth. And, you know, when you die, we're not saying that you, when the one that created the heavens and the earth, by all his beautiful names, call you back, it's your time to go. We're not saying you're too young to die based on age. We're talking about based on foolishness. That's what we advocating right now. Too young to die based on foolishness. I know old timer, right, used to give people drugs to sell, work. Mess up his work, like, we'll put something to the side. You put that to the side, you know. He may even give you more work. When he decided that, yeah, this one here can't hustle properly, he cut him off. He ain't trying to kill him, even though he ain't no punk. I heard Gangster For Real. But his wisdom told him that he just give a guy a shot to make some money in the underworld that he chose to be in, because he ain't want to graduate from high school, get a job, and be a scientist and nothing like that. He wanted to go in the underworld, get something quick, feed the family. It might have been out of necessity. I don't discount that at all, right? So he would cut a person off and that be it, and chalk it up to the game. You know what? That person survived not going to jail for the longest of times because his hustling mentality was business. And he knew he was about the shit if somebody want to get down like that. But not because of some little bit of punk money that you lose and this, that, and other. He knew your life was worth more than the few dollars he lost trying to give you a shot at the title. And you just messed it up. So I know other guys back in the days when crack was prevalent would give a crackhead some crack to sell. A crackhead some crack to sell. He run off the pack because they want to hurt him. You should slap yourself in the head when you look in the mirror. You gave a crackhead some crack to sell and nobody to watch him, and what happened? He ran off. I'm just talking about logic now and things that make sense. When people do things that make sense and it's their choice, when I hear about it, or if I get to talk about it, I'd be like, that's logical. What he did, how he did it. I wouldn't have did it, but that's logical what he did. And he's gonna pay the consequences for his actions. But when people do some stuff that's just dumb, and dumber, you be like, if he don't have a deficiency in thinking, he don't have the right barometer for decision making. Watch the people that you put. If you're in the ghetto, watch the people that you put out there as soldiers to do business for you. They can ruin your life. What I mean by that is they can make the wrong decisions and you're going to have to pay for it because you're the man in charge. You're the head horse, the chief, the big kahuna, the man behind everything. Yeah. This way you don't get an 848 being a federal system talking about, woe is me. Woe is me what? You had all the time in the world to analyze this thing properly. Yeah, but $1 over lunch money is what you was looking at. That's all you could do is look at $1 over lunch money, even after you had lunch money. You were just worrying about the $5 coming in, the $10 coming in and stacking it. Look at the big picture. I knew in my block, well, not my block, but I live there, 122nd Street, Sessions down the block, Purple City was up the block. Two things happened. The dude that turned over Purple City to the guys to do their thing, smart joker. Smart. We took $100,000 before who started it. $100,000, bought him one of those, what you call, tow trucks, and got out the game and gave it to his two young boys. Y'all be doing this. I don't know if he was kicking back as they was getting paper. Those are my boys, though. They was up the block. But the dude that started them took off into the wind. Never went to jail. Never seen him again. Living his life. He got legit and broke out. Adios, amigo. Feds came from Purple City and the rest of the people and this, that, and other. He was nothing to do with it. That's giving you some game right here now. I'm not telling you how to be a crook. You're already a crook if you want to do what I'm talking about. I'm just telling you how it makes sense if you're in the underworld trying to do wrong. Get it, get legit, and get out. Because when they come, the boys ain't playing with you. And they put you behind the bars and the feds, you stuck like Chuck. All right, now for those who know that 3 over 3 is a whole, mathematically. Get rich, go to jail, or die. That's 3 over 3, that's one whole life, that game. Breaking it down to you with a little bit of science, you dig? So if you can get rich, go to jail, or die, 2/3 is against you, and 1/3 is for you, get rich. How many people hustling gonna get rich? Not many, my pal. I'll tell you right now, not many. So this is a backdrop. you better take a couple of hours and move out the way. Because this boy's running around here waiting to get you up to the feds so they could come home. Period. I told you I had a cold, but I had to tell y'all this. And if somebody busting their gun and you in the area and they're part of your team, find out if it's really necessary. Find out if it's a possibility they was doing it for no apparent reason because about the ego. And an innocent person could get hit and killed. Now I'm only talking about what is happening logically. I'm advocating that. I'm telling you about the people who are doing it anyway, who I'm talking to now. I'm not talking about the ones who really don't want this life and they indecisive and they saying, I go out and hustle, or maybe not. Because dumb people, once you get like that, don't. Because you ain't built for it. Yeah, you're not built for it. If you're indecisive about throwing the dice or rolling the rock at the penitentiary, don't. Because that means you got tendencies of a snitch in you. You ain't sure, so when you get caught, you're going to think it's other people's fault, not yours. Ready to bring somebody in and go home. Reason why I'm so advocate about snitching, let me just tell you why. Benedict Arnold was somebody nobody loved in American history. We don't like people to get caught doing something and they only tell because they need to go home. A person looking out their window, tired of you crack sales in front of their building, call the police, they not no snitch. They the neighborhood people who don't want your ass there, littering in front of their house. And they civilians and they got a right to do that. We're not talking about civilians, we're talking about the guy who was selling the crack with you. He get caught and he decided he didn't want to go to jail alone and he want to come home earlier than you. That's the one we call a snitch. You dig? It's the guy that went with you to murder somebody, he got caught, and then he said, no, he don't want to pull the trigger. That's what we're talking about. Say your butt home if you ain't built for that. And most people was really not built for that. I don't know most of the people, I'm just saying based on the mathematical calculations and whatnot. Every man, they say, have a breaking point. Yeah, that's probably true. I don't know what that is. Everybody needs to find that out for themselves. Dapper Dan said the drug game is cursed. That's that. People don't know. Yeah, that was in the drug game for a second, or a minute, whatever it was. He said the way they got busted with the heroin that was on Lexington Avenue back on what day? He said that was too easy for him. The way they called him, the way they called them his brothers. He said, I'm out of it. That's it. Left the drug game. He went to all kind of different hustles besides that. You know? And then came out on the rosy side, being a legitimate businessman. A pillar of the community. One that speaks to the children about not doing crime. So, that's just one example of when a person realized this ain't for me. And I'm hoping a lot of y'all say to yourself when y'all talk to me on the comments later on, Bob, I heard you loud and clear, and you told me this joint get real rough and real, and this ain't for me. I really appreciate that. And if you're a gangster and it's just all in your bones and that's all you know, and you like the songs that say, bang, bang, shoot 'em up, I can do it all day. I can pay for my crime and don't give nobody away. I ain't no rapper, nothing like that, just sounds slick. And I be around the poets, so you be a lot of that rub off on me. But if you feel like that, fine. Do what you do. Don't harm other people that ain't got nothing to do with it, though. That stuff in the street that happens, that's a part of life, all of it. I ain't gonna act like I'm sitting here ignorant to the fact of what happens. I remember I told you if somebody gotta eat, they gonna eat. Some people gonna find out wherever it's at, they gonna get it. I think there's so many opportunities out here for youngsters to make money legitimately that's not an excuse. You can take your time, analyze what your niche is, and get down to it. I know a dude that started buying socks, just making $1 a bag, just $1 a bag, till he built up his clientele, and he was buying at wholesale and making $2 a bag. And he had the nicest socks, and the people was, at him for socks, call him Sock Man. So that's what I'm saying to you. You can find out what you can do that makes a difference to make you a couple dollars and stack it until you can next, get you a food truck or something. Invest in it. As a matter of fact, if somebody sees you doing that so progressively, they're gonna want to invest in you. The next venture that you tell them this is what I want to do, they're gonna believe in you because they saw you do the bottom line hustle. They know you got work ethics. They like, I could ride with Shorty. There's a lot of things that could cause you to be a success that you may be talented in, but you ain't giving yourself the chance because you're trying to get the fast buck. I know about the fast buck. The thing that hurts too for a lot of the youngsters I see getting in trouble, no father in the house, and the father ain't close enough. And then the others that do got a father close enough that's around, this Negro still think he's 31 when he's really supposed to be a grown man and doing grown man things, but he's still thinking of it like a boy at 31 years old. So now I know why a 17-year-old son thinking like wilding out is all right till you get to the big house and the numbers start escalating. I talked to a kid when I first came home about the too young to die, broke it down to him. You ain't built for this, that, and the other. This boy run out in the street and next thing you know, he's trying to be a gangster. Want to be followed, want to impress everybody. He upstate now, blah. He got a few years. He a little thin fella, so if he go to Elmira, one of them joints, right, they really show you how man is. Hopefully now he was in juvenile. I ain't gonna discard his name because he's a young fella. Remember, he went as a juvenile. We leave juveniles out of this as far as name is concerned. I really like to leave people names out of it anyway, cause I ain't starting no beef with nobody. I'm here for love and understanding and education. If I use a person for example, meaning that first of all that you are an example already, and everybody knows you and know of you. And some people actually have permission, because I ain't putting nobody out there on Front Street. Some people owe to society though to use their example so the next man can learn and say, you know what? The best that ever did it couldn't do it for long. So I ain't going out like no sucker. And follow the example of somebody who did it and had a small run and got out. So the gang thing I understand sometimes. Reason why is because you know what? People be running in packs for years. Whether you call them a name of a gang or not, it be one anyway. And the packs always try to be the ones that run everything. And nobody wants to be manipulated. That's why certain things started in Rikers Island as a gang set to protect each other. They had the right idea at first, but it get wild and it come out here and then it spread to something else. So when I hear a person come to a religious gathering to kill something, I want to ask that individual, did you really want to kill all the people at the gathering or was that one man you wanted? Because there's a better way to do it than that. Or just forgive the man, because me, myself, I'm an advocate for forgiveness. I have my reasons for it. There's a lot of stuff I want to be forgiven for. And everyone wants forgiveness for something. So I will forgive others. I grew up with some guys, and I may have did a certain amount of time, but they did 7 years, 6 years, 5 years, 4 years, all together added to 30 and 40. And when did they say to themselves that, hey, I can do time, and time is all right? Or why did they not realize jailing for me? And I'd rather be free with a loving girl that loved me and a little couple of dollars legitimately. Oh man, this stuff rhyming and that ain't my intention. It's just coming right behind each other because of the fact that it makes sense. Why they didn't do that instead of going to jail 5 times for 7 to 8 years? It starts in the home. That's why. It starts in the home. About what your parents drill in your head and what you see in the environment, which one going to weigh the most, they're going to have the most impact on you to make you make decisions properly. And I have to, before I end this, point out to you young ladies, you have a lot of influence on us young men. Talk to us. You love us? Talk to us. Don't concentrate on the Louis shoes or the Finley coat or the mink. Don't concentrate on that. Concentrate on how long you're going to have me in your life. If you concentrate on that, you're going to help me know that you don't need all of that. You need love. And you need me there. And the bang bang, shoot 'em up is the opposite of being there. Because any day, there's no statutory limitations on murder. The wrong person could turn you in with the proper evidence 15 years after the fact, and they'll come get you. All you guys going on TV with the guns and the Zoom cameras and the TikToks and whatnot, talking about my bang bang, I'm gonna shoot him up. When I'm gonna do it, I don't know, but I'm waiting for it to happen. Because that's what you're doing when you run around with guns just for no reason. You're waiting for something to happen. But you're setting yourself up with this film that's gonna be in your trial to show that this is who you are. All right? Don't exploit it. John Morant, I love your game. I love your tenacity for the game that you loved all your life. I'm ashamed to see somebody get millions and lose millions in endorsements that could have fed his whole neighborhood because of wanting to have a good time with guns on camera. Gun in your pocket to protect yourself from the vultures, John Moran. And I don't mean to single you out, brother, but you're a public figure and everybody saw it. Like King James, stay home, stay with the kids and family, and I don't mean to make no comparison for you to feel any hate. I'm a LeBron James fan, but I'm a John Moran fan too because I love the game. Stay home with the kids. You got a loving family, a loving life, and you know, if you want to party on the low, not on the high. Smart move, smart guy, LB. You have a gun on yourself to protect yourself. The mayor of Philadelphia or the commissioner said that at the gathering, speaking about the violence that happened. They don't have a problem with a person having a gun on them to protect themselves and defend themselves. Is what he said. So you having a gun because you got plenty of money and you may be a victim and you don't want to be a victim, John Moran, and anybody like him, is understandable. At the same time, posing with guns for no apparent reason is like a young boy mentality of stupidity. Not that the person's stupid, but it's stupidity to action. So to everybody like that feel that way, I'm letting you know. Having 57 guns, yeah, keeping them at home, yeah, gun collection just in case a war break out or whatever. You can protect your family, cool. Posing with guns on GP, just let people know, okay, this is who I am and who I feel, what I feel about guns. Not cool, especially when you're a public figure. So I'm gonna close this segment out with this one thing of love. Think about everything y'all do, man, out there as youth. There ain't no do-overs. And everybody don't get a second chance. Let me repeat that. There ain't no do-overs and everybody don't get a second chance. So if your muscles like that and you think it's cool, go out there and do what you do, but don't harm innocent people that ain't got nothing to do with it. And that's what violence in the street do. Because bullets don't have no name on it. And I say it out of love and respect for human life. All right? Peace.